If you remember in the first class I have told you what is electronics, what is the application of electronics in the field of engineering. So how electronics play a major role in our life, how electronics is used for rectification, amplification, control circuits. I have already given it with examples. I have also told you what is electrons, how the electrons are emitted from the surface, what is electronic emissions, and what are different methods of electronic emissions from the surface of a metal. So now, coming to the second class, I will be discussing what is a metal, what is insulator, what is a semiconductor, and how the semiconductors play a major role in the field of electronics. What are the different types of semiconductors? What are the application of semiconductors? All these things. Okay? Now coming to the second class, I am going to discuss you the basic idea about the conductor, semiconductor. So conductor also a metal that I have already told you, conductor, semiconductor and insulator. Basic idea about energy band diagrams, basic idea about intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor, and based on that I am telling you what is p-type semiconductor and what is n-type semiconductor and how the p-type n-type can be formed. Okay. Now coming to the first one, let me tell you before starting what is conductor, semiconductor and insulator classifications. Now you know that if I will tell the three methods, one is called conductor, one is called your semiconductor, and third one is called one insulator. The three classification, what is a conductor, what is a insulator and what is a semiconductor. So conductors also you can say the metal. Conductor also called what? Metal. And if you see, I have told you in the previous class, you have a nucleus. In the nucleus you have proton, you have neutrons, and around this you have electrons. You have the electrons. And the electrons which are present in the last orbit are also called valency of the atom or metal. Now for this example, these valence electrons are far away from the nucleus, so they possess high energy. So if I compare metal with semiconductor with insulator, in case of metal you have number of electrons are less than 4, and in case of semiconductor the number of electrons are equal to 4, I can say, and in case of insulator the number of valence electrons are more than 4. So in general you can say in a metal or conductor the number of valence electrons are less than 4, in semiconductor almost equal to 4, and in insulator more than 4. That means in this case the energy of these electrons are more as compared to this, as compared to this. Or I can say that since the energy of these electrons are more or large as compared to this, as compared to this, so they are more free as compared to this, as compared to this. So even if at 0 degree Kelvin, at 0 degree Kelvin, if I will compare all the three cases, all these electrons are free at 0 degree Kelvin since they possess high energy. Or I can say that in the metal I can get the free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin, whereas in case of semiconductor I may not get the free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin, whereas in case of insulator it is very hard or very difficult to get the free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin. Somehow in case of semiconductor, if I give some external electric field or heat, then I may generate some electrons at some energy or when the temperature increased. But however, in insulator, it is very difficult to generate the energy whenever you increase the temperature or conductor applies to external field. If I give an example, the duster is insulator. Example of a insulator, so it can never conduct. It can never conduct. But if I tell in a semiconductor, they may conduct, or the conductivity of the semiconductor are less than conductor. Or I can say that in a conductor or a metal, the flow of electrons is very less, even if at 0 degree temperature or without applying any electric field. Or I can get the electrons even if the atom or this metal is at 0 degree Kelvin. So what I want to say that all the three, conductor, semiconductor and the insulators, are classified in terms of energy band diagram. So I will be telling you what is energy band diagram. Now just now told you all the electrons are called what I mean valency band or valency levels. So all these electrons which are lies in the outer shell are called what? Valency level or valency band. Now you may ask me question, sir, what is valency level? What is valency band? If I am taking a metal, suppose for example I am taking metal bar. In a metal bar, suppose I am taking copper. So in a copper, suppose I have number of support atoms. So for one atom, I can say this is valency level. If a metal contains number of atoms, 1000 atoms, 2000 atoms, then it will be comprised of what? Valency band. So one is valency level, one is what? Valency band. So what is valency level? Tell me. One atom means valency level. If number of atoms comprised in a metal is called valency band. Now, if I tell a conductor copper, or if I come from semiconductor, or if I go for insulator, all the three metals can be classified in terms of what will be energy band diagram, which is my second one. So first I have told what is a conductor, what is semiconductor, what is insulator. Now what is a conductor? Tell me. A conductor is a what? That means having the free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin. Whereas the semiconductor having the some free electrons, but we have to apply some temperature so as to generate these free electrons. But in the insulator, we do not have any free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin, or even if we apply some more temperature or electric field, it is very difficult to generate the electrons from the insulator. Hence, the insulators are bad conductivity of the electricity. Conductor are good conductor of electricity. However, in semiconductor, we can control the conduction of the electricity. Or I can say that the semiconductor, we can able to increase or decrease the conductivity, but that conductivity will not go more than the metal or conductor. Clear? Now, all these three metals, conductor, semiconductor and insulators, are classified in terms of energy band diagram. Now, for example, I am telling in a conductor, suppose I am taking a conductor. So I have told you in a conductor, you have two things. One is called your valency band, one is called what will mean a conduction band. Okay? Now, one is called your valency band, one is called your conduction band, as shown in the figure. Okay? Now, in case of this one, in case of the conductor, so what is valency band? All electrons are in the valency bands. So when we will apply some energy, then the valence electrons will go to the conduction band, and whenever it will go to the conduction band, then it will conduct. It will conduct. Now look at me. If you see the figure, in case of metal or conductor, in this case, what is Eg? Tell me. Now Eg equal to 0. So what is Eg? Now Eg, I am not defined given here. Eg is called your forbidden energy gap. Forbidden energy gap. So this means this Eg is different in what? Now Ec minus Ev. Ec is what? Tell me. Now conduction energy, and Ev tell me. Now valence band energy. So in case of metal or conductor, this equal to 0. 0 means here there is no gap between what? This and this. Means both are overlap. Both are overlap like this. Okay, if you see the figure, both are overlap. So look at me. So there is no gap between the valency band and the what? Conduction band. Or I can say that in this case you cannot. Eg almost equal to what? 0. Means without applying the electric field or without increasing temperature, these metals or the conductor will conduct electricity, or I not equal to 0. So this is the beauty of conductor. That is, in conductor, once you apply the electric field or temperature at 0 degree Kelvin, if you give external voltage, it will suddenly start conducting. Why? In case of conductor or metal, the Eg or forbidden energy gap equal to 0. And what is Eg? Tell me the difference between valency band energy and the conduction band energy. Clear? Next, coming to insulator. In case of insulator, this is suppose the valency band, this is suppose what? Conduction band. This Eg is very very high, or the forbidden energy gap in case of insulator is very very high, almost equal to, as shown in the figure, equal to 15 electron volt. So it is very difficult to achieve. It is very difficult to achieve such a high value of Eg in case of insulator by applying the temperature or by applying the electric field. Hence, I can say that it is very difficult for insulator to conduct the electricity. Or I can say that in case of insulator, this I equal to what? 0. So got it? In case of conductors are what? Are good conductor of electricity. Why? Because they conduct easily, because they have the free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin. In other words, in case of insulators, this Eg is very very high, almost equal to 15 electron volt. Hence, it is very difficult to achieve this much amount of energy. For which reason, these valency band electrons cannot go to the conduction band. Hence, it is very difficult for the insulator to conduct. For example, what this pen, this duster are what? Are example of what? Your insulators. But our main objective is what? Tell me, to study the semiconductor, which plays the major role in the field of electronics. Okay. Now, come to insulator. Sorry, semiconductor. As the name is called semiconductor. Okay. As the name is called what? Semiconductor. This means what? This is a conductor but semi. Conductor but what? Semi. So it is not a fully conductor. But I can say this is a semiconductor. Now in the semiconductor, two types of metals you can use. One is called your silicon, one is called your germanium. I have told you previously before certain times, either you take the silicon or germanium. In case of silicon, the 284. This is what? 2, 8, 18 and 4. So the valence electron is equal to what? 4. I have already told you, in case of semiconductor, the valence electrons are exactly equal to what? 4. So, for example, tell me, one is silicon, one is germanium. So, you may ask some questions. So, give two examples of metals or give two examples of semiconductor materials. For example, tell me, one is silicon, one is germanium. So, in the next classes or subsequent classes, I will be telling you why, which is better, why silicon is better or germanium is preferred for the semiconductor industry. That depends upon the temperature availability, the thermal stability or the ability of the materials, that is silicon or germanium. Now, when you take the silicon and germanium, both are called as semiconductor materials. Now, next tell me, I will be telling you what is semiconductor. And as I have told you, semiconductor name is called semiconductor means what? It is not fully conductor or not full insulator, but it is not in between conductor and insulator. Or I can say that the conductivity of the insulators or the conductivity of the semiconductor lies in between what? The insulator and the conductor. Now the semiconductors are two types. One is called your intrinsic or pure. This is called extrinsic or impure. Okay, so the name is this pure means what? This means the intrinsic semiconductors are made of either only silicon or germanium. So what is extrinsic? I will tell you later on. These are made of silicon or germanium plus some impurity materials. What are impurity materials? Now coming to intrinsic semiconductor. I have to, this is pure semiconductor. Pure means what? It is either made of what? Either silicon or germanium. Extrinsic means what? Silicon or germanium plus some impurity material. Now, give an example of intrinsic semiconductor. The name subject is pure semiconductor. Suppose I am taking silicon, and I have taken 5 metals. Now I have told you in the silicon, tell me What are the valence electrons? Now the silicon, the valence electrons is equal to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know that to have the octet, they must have 8. So that means they will share the electrons. Valence like this. Okay, like this. Okay. So the neighboring materials or neighboring atoms, they will share like this. Okay. So if you see, each silicon atom has 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 like this, 1, 2 like this. So this is what? This is a pure semiconductor materials. In this you find out all it only contains the silicon or it can only contain the what? Germanium, and everybody each silicon is perfectly balanced, having what? 8 number of electrons in the what? Outermost cells, that means they are purely balanced, or that what? Having the octets. Now, what I'll do, this is example what tell me, intrinsic semiconductor. If you see, in this case, I do not have any free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin. I do not have any free electrons at 0 degree Kelvin. So what will do? So if I do not have any free electrons, so it cannot conduct. It cannot conduct. So what happened? If I will break one bond like this, if I will break one bond like this, in that case, I may get some free electrons. I may get some free electrons which will go to the what? Conduction band. That means, what I can say that in case of intrinsic semiconductor, for this is your conduction band, this is your what? Valence band. You have only electrons in the valence band. The electrons 1, 2 like this, valence band. Now what happens? Now I have to apply some Eg. What is Eg? I have already told you that is called your forbidden energy gap. So if you apply some energy and that energy is more than conductor and less than what? Insulator, which can be easily achievable, or you can able to achieve that much of energy either by increasing temperature, or that is also called thermal irritation, or by applying external electric field. By these two processes, you can able to what? Excite some electrons, means what? The electrons will break, or this bond will break, so that one of this electron can go to what? Tell me, to this conduction bands, or this Eg is equal to 1.21 electron volt in case of germanium, and this is equal to 0.785 electron volt in case of silicon. Again I am telling, the value of this Eg, is equal to 0.785 electron volt in case of silicon. This is equal to 1.21 electron volt in case of germanium. If you remember, I have told you in case of insulator, this value is almost equal to 15 electron volt, but in case of semiconductor, they are around 0.785 or 1.21 electron volt, which you can able to easily achieve by giving some external electric field or temperature. So what happened? Whenever you give some energy, suppose this energy equal to 0.785 electron volts. So whenever you give energy to this particular metal or this semiconductor, then the valency electrons, suppose I have only shown 5 electrons in the valency. So one electron will go to what? Tell me, this particular conduction band. And when the electrons go to the conduction band, it will conduct. It will start conducting. Now, whenever, look, this is very interesting. Whenever this electron is going from this place to this place, then at this point there is a void. What is the void? Tell me. That void is called what? Tell me. Now hole. Again I am telling. Initially you have electron. When you apply some electric field or temperature, these electrons get energy, because of which you jump from valence band to conduction band, so that the conduction will start. Due to absence of this electron at this particular place, it creates a void. Because of this void, what is void? Tell me. The absence of an electron, or I can say that absence of an electron in the valence band will create a hole. That means if one bond will break, one electron will be created, at the same time one hole will be created. Suppose two electrons jump, then 2 bond will create. 3 electrons jump, 3 bond will create. If 3 bonds breaks, then I will get 3 electron and 3 holes. Or I can write down electron means what? N, hole will be P. So I will get 3 hole and 3 electrons. Or I can say number of electrons equal number of holes. Holes present in the valency band, electrons present in the conduction bands. Now tell me. Now suppose I am giving this one. I have 5 electrons. If you look at me, these electrons is absent here. Now what happened? Now these electrons will take the place of this hole. So what happened? Whenever this hole is absent here, one hole is here, so this electron will try to take the place of this hole. They will combine. So whenever this electron go to this place, electron of this place, so this electron absent, so hole will come here. Again, this electron take to this place, so this electron come to this place, the hole will created here. In this process, what is done? The electrons move in this direction. In opposite, the hole move in this direction. Similarly, this electron take this place, so this hole will what? Come here. So I can say that electrons are moving in these directions, and otherwise the holes are moving opposite to flow of electrons. That's why if the electrons flow like this, the hole flow in the opposite directions. Again I am telling, the holes always move in the what? Valency band. You do not have any hole in the conduction band. In the conduction band, only you have what? Electrons. Only in the valency band you have the what? Concept of holes. Now, see, the electrons move in this direction and hole moves in the opposite direction, and as you know that the electrons are negative charge. Similarly, the holes will be positive charge. Why? Because the movement of electrons and the movement of holes are opposite to each other. So the electrons move in this direction, the hole will move in this direction. So by the process, I can say that the hole is what? Positive charge. So again I am telling, in a semiconductor, you have 2 charge particles. One is called electrons, one is called what? Holes. If I have 5 electrons, if the 5 electrons move from valency band to conduction band, whenever the energy is equal to 0.785 electron volts, so these 5 electrons will go to the conduction band, and the absence of electrons in the valency band will create the holes. Again I am telling, the number of holes is equal to number of electrons in case of intrinsic semiconductor. Our name is intrinsic. In case of intrinsic semiconductor, which is called pure form of semiconductor, either you can form this semiconductor using silicon atom or germanium atom having valence equal to 4. In those cases, N equal to P is called number of electrons equal number of holes. So this means electrically neutral. Electrically neutral means what? If you have 5 holes, you have 5 electrons. Now, what happened? In this case, I have told you at 0 degree Kelvin, you do not have any free electrons or free holes. That means you have to increase the temperature. You have to increase the temperature so that some of the covalent bond will break, so the electrons will become free. The electron will go to a valence band to conduction band, because of which the conduction starts. Now, in other words, in this case, suppose 10 numbers of bond breaks, means I will get 10 numbers of hole and 10 number of electrons. Okay?